Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the League Finals, Game 4, Swordless, Dante, GGW. I'm Fear Agent. Joining me today is Drossi. This could be it. This could be the finals right here. The OK Dudes are up 2-1. They need one win. Gannon's Gone Wild is going to be representing here for Game 4. They were the higher seed, so they actually don't get to choose this mode. Dante chose this mode, being the lower seed. Pugs come in, I think, one loss more than the OK Dudes. So Game 4, lower seed gets to choose. It's Dante. Everyone knew Dante was going to run this, and you knew what Dante was going to pick, and that was Swordless. So here we are. We have it all on the line. Drossi, you ready for this?
Yeah, looking forward to seeing what happens here. It's kind of interesting too that Dante's dropped a number of Courage pendant races, Kaz boots during the course of these playoffs, and then has always come back to win Game 4. So the question is, will he keep that trend continuing, or is this the end for Pugs?
I mean, GGW's just on a streak. Taking down Gamachu twice is no easy feat. Beating Dante is no easy feat, and the OK Dudes have just been more than okay. So should be fun. Got a little bit of a rivalry here. There's a little Bears-Packers action going between Dante and GGW. No love lost here between these two runners, these two teams. So it's going to be action-packed. Let's just say that.
Yeah, and looks like Link's house is a good start with the bombs right off the bat, and we have 3 regular crystals in the light world.
3 regular crystals. We got a little bit of Uncle routing here from Dante. GGW gonna go from Sank. So Swordless, it's just open. Basically just playing open, but this is League Swordless. So what's the difference? There's only one bow, right? And it's bow and silvers.
Yeah, that you get the bow and silver as a single item.
That's nice.
Which also means no bow locked bows, because there's only one of it.
Oh, right. So Dante getting those bombs from Link's house, but GGW getting 10 from the mushroom spot. Oh, and that's actually really nice glove there from the Uncle. Or Uncle Chess, I don't know which one that was. But now he can take those
himself.
Okay, take those bombs and that glove and check the back of escape right away. So that's gonna work out really well. So Dante, known swordless lover, right? Like League admin.
Right.
And now there's a swordless mode.
Well, what's interesting is his opponents were picking it against him anyway in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I found that very interesting. Both Kermit and Shady Force did. As you mentioned, that this time around it was actually Dante's choice.
Yeah. GGW, no stranger of making his opinion known on some of these modes, does not like swordless. I know he's put in some practice though, just so he can be familiar with doing things like Aga with the hammer. Those are things.
Speaking of Aga, we just found an early lamp sitting in the back of Escape.
Yep. So we got Bombos, and for Aga, you only need what? You don't need a sword because there's no sword to cut the curtain there. So you need. Does hammer break the?
You need either hammer to break the barrier, or, as always, cape to go through it.
Okay. Got Bombos and Mushroom. We'll see that Mushroom probably turned in earlier than later. That Mushroom being a big item in their last match with these two teams here between Andy and Hitsium.
Funny, you mentioned Mushroom, and Dante immediately goes into the Mushroom Forest music.
Yeah.
But yes, Mushroom Turn-In was boots in that last race.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Hitsu had boots for about 50 minutes longer than Andy, and won by 42 seconds.
Yeah, it turns out Hitsu just needs someone to skip an item against him, and he's guaranteed to win it. All right, so got money for bottle vendor, just a heart piece. Really looking for a weapon, right? You really want that hammer. Bow would be nice. Hook shot, of course, would be really great too.
Yeah, though I'd say hammer is the most key.
Yeah, for sure.
Blue mail's nice.
Yeah, Bugnet is also going to be something to be on the look for as well here. Makes those Aga fights a lot easier.
Yes, I've heard one of your teammates has a noticeably easier time on Bugnet Aga fights than Hammer Aga fights.
Yeah, Gamma choose Aga 2 with the nice no bottle GGW. What am I talking about? Too many G's. Gamma choose fight against Aga 2 was one of the worst things I've ever seen in Rando.
And honestly, even during these playoffs, we've seen. Oh, you were saying about the hook shot. Guess they're behind the boots.
Yeah.
But even during these playoffs, we've seen some runners have some trouble with swordless Aga 2 fights.
And Hammer Ganon is actually not too bad. I think I actually prefer Hammer Ganon to Master Sword Ganon.
Yeah, it's easier to just do a hammer hit than to deal with all those spins.
Yeah. All right, so still no weapon. GGW could take these 10 bombs and make his way through Hyrule Castle. I wouldn't be surprised to see that happen.
Yeah.
Picks up his glove.
Trying to think where the seed's taking us. We do have logical access to Death Mountain, but without either the hook shot or the mirror, we can't do too much once we're there.
It looks like we're going to see the front of Hyrule Castle from GGW here. So one of the benefits of doing this with an item that can get you through escape. And they do have a small key. I don't know if we saw the map in the back. I don't think so. That could still be in Dark Cross. All right. Do you think Dante just goes south from here?
Either that or Death Mountain. An early Death Mountain play, since you're going to want the save point anyway, and you know that you're not getting the hook shot imminently anyway. But no, it looks like he's just going south.
All right, let's see some bomb escape action from GGW here. Pretty easy setup to get the guards here. Oh, that is huge.
Well, there the boots.
Huge.
Okay.
There's the hook shot. All right.
I guess that makes the mountain a bit more attractive.
Yeah, I think what you don't want to see is like mirror hammer in Mini Moldorm Cave, because that kind of accomplishes the same thing as the hook shot will here. That GGW will pick up now that he's got those boots. So only has to deal with one more guard here to bomb, and then you can use the pots in the ball and chain room. All right, there's the map. So there's an item in Dark Cross. There's our first sword.
I was thinking what you also don't want to see if you're Dante is like Hammer and Moon Pearl, because then you have Dark World access.
Yeah.
Far away.
Yeah, if you're rooting for the pugs, you really want like the Moon Pearl to be behind the hook shot, right? Then he's going to be forced to do the front of escape here to get those boots. If you're rooting for the OKDUDES, Moon Pearl Hammer in Mini Moldorm Cave is going to be big. All right, Mini Moldorm Cave, Heart, 50 bucks in the cell. There's our first bottle. Single arrow and 20 rupees, so pretty empty.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna get funneled into the hook shot. I think that's kind of where what the progression is gonna be. So I think Dante will get there sooner rather than later, though he might go do Eastern before front of escape. With Dante, I can't make predictions because I never know how Dante's gonna route something.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he's doing Ice Rod Cave here with the long walk and with, you know, the
I mean, his options are so bad right now.
Fake flippers out of the question.
Yeah. I think getting Ice Rod Cave here makes sense. If he had the flute, I would maybe understand skipping it, but we are going to do one more check that Dante didn't do, and that's Dark Cross.
Second sword.
Is this hard mode? Is the League Swordless hard mode or
no?
Okay, so those are swords then.
Yes, you're only gonna see green 20s if they're swords. Is Dante going to fake flipper anyway?
Wow. All right, just a heart container. But that's all of escape done for GGW, and does pick up those boots, so that's pretty big.
Just like, what do you fake flipper for? Just hobo and check the island?
Oh man, yeah, I don't know.
Because
I guess hobo.
We are so far from Zora money. That's out of the picture. We don't have Moon Pearl to do Waterfall Cave. Just some money on Hylia Island.
Yep. Do you think Dante goes Saha Eastern first?
Do you really want to dip Eastern?
I mean, he knows that hookshot's available as soon as he finds those boots. It's just a matter of where do you find those boots for him. That was a really long hobo check that I don't think we're going to see from GGW. Now, he does have the boots, so he could set up the water walk and check the waterfall ferry.
Looks like Dante is doing Saha's Closet. No?
All right.
Buying more bombs? Buying more
that makes
bombs.
sense. I mean, it's the only thing he's got. I was wondering how GGW is going to get through here, but he's got the hook shot, so no problem.
But really, are you going to do Eastern on bombs, assuming there's no weapon?
I think you have to. I think you have to.
Well, because you think Dante has to instead of Front of Escape?
I mean, you're all the way over here, and you're choosing either both choices are kind of rough since he's already walked and done Uncle. I feel like you just commit to the Eastern play. All right, what does Saha have for us?
GGW, of course, having a... Oh, there is the Moon Pearl.
Oh, no.
But
wow.
Dante is out, so he is gonna, I'm thinking, do escape. Nope, going up the mountain.
Yeah. I mean, you're choosing... Okay, so he's choosing 2 checks over the 2, possibly 3 in Eastern.
And a known
That's a tough
3
choice.
escape.
Here's the thing, is Dante also knows that he's racing against GGW, and GGW is known to make some pretty aggressive plays. So I feel like, well, one, I'm surprised that he did the fake flipper to hobo. That's so slow and something that I guess he knows that GGW is probably not going to do. Yeah, I don't know. Or do you think Dante's just going to route this normally and not worry about who he's racing?
Honestly, knowing Dante, I feel like he's just going to route this normally. I mean, that tendency to not worry about who he's racing cost him in the first match between these players, where he got the out-of-logic Titan's mitts on Zoro Edge, and that wound up leading him to a whole lot of checks that didn't get him anything.
Yeah.
Well, GGW waited for the flippers, and by that point, he was basically in go mode.
So I think GGW is actually probably going to join him up on the mountain here. Obviously, a lot more incentive because he's got the hook shot. He's able to do the hobo check quite a bit faster. Looks like just a blue ruby? Yeah.
Yeah. So Dante knows he has to do either escape or Eastern. Or Aegina, but I don't think you're going to walk all the way over to Aegina.
Yeah, I think escape.
Okay.
Since he's skipping Eastern makes the Hyrule Castle play make sense. Because then again, now Eastern's kind of your last location.
Yeah, so the runners will converge on the mountain. GGW will be there a little bit sooner.
I mean, he's got to go. He's going to go through all of escape, and he's got to choose to whether or not he wants to do Dark Cross. So that's another save and quit. And then he's got to go get the hook shot. So At this point, GGW's got a pretty nice lead.
Well, but Dante doesn't have to go through Old Man Cave again.
That's true. But GGW gets to dash, do dashing through most of it, so.
Oh, and there's Bonk Rocks. We didn't even talk about that.
That's right. Bonk Rocks is open. I mean, it's still super early, right? We need a ton of items. I'm not saying that it's over, but GGW's got a clear lead. Uncle Routers are in shambles right now.
Oh, and here's a lumberjack check, which we haven't seen yet.
Well, here we go. Nice bomb strands there. Oh, just a shield. No AGA 1 today for that item, at least. And we're just a glove or hammer away from Dark World, so.
Right, and basically we'd need the cape to show up to even think about AGA 1, because if the hammer shows up, then we have Dark World access.
Right. I mean, it might be one of those funny, like, logical AGA Dark World access where you have to, get the cape. Logically, you're supposed to go, like, get the cape out of Paradox or whatever, and no, never mind. Because they still have no way to do AGA 1. Alright, so there's the Death Warp. Gonna get his heart container from Dark Cross. I imagine GGW's gonna check Spec Rock, yeah. I just wonder how aggressive you can be. I feel like GGW is an aggressive runner, and being up a game means he could probably keep with that aggression. Dante, playing a game down. Is he going to play just standard, or is he going to be aggressive as well?
I mean, GGW's play is always aggressive.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Like, one thing you can be guaranteed of, if GGW gets to the Eastern Big Chest and has 2 items, he is going straight for the boss. He is not doing the big key chest. If it burns him, it burns him.
Is this... Oh, Dante's got to go get his hook shot still.
Yeah, and he'll do Bonk Rocks on the way. And there's the hammer on the mountain. Okay. No AGA Seed.
All right, so Hera is now completable. And is a crystal. Really nice health loadout for a swordless seed.
Now we have Zora money, too.
Oh, let's see if Sitkid has anything, because GGW doesn't have a bottle. Where did that bottle come from? He must have it, right? It was
it was in Mini Moldorm.
Yeah,
he must have it.
Alright, nothing from the Sick Kid. I did not see what was up there.
It was junk.
Oh, okay.
But we do have a full Hera play here, now that we have the hammer, which in Swordless is the only weapon that can beat Moldorm. Oh, chat's saying that GGW actually filled that bottle at Waterfall Ferry and got blue goo.
Yep, that's right. Shout out to our tracker today. What's up, by the way? Big props to them for doing the tracking today.
So, Dante's hammer's incoming.
Yep, and he's going to just be doing the same plays.
I mean, it's pretty linear at this point. You've got your Dark World access. You just do what you can on the mountain and then head for the Dark World.
Right.
So, of course, where you enter the Dark World can make a difference. Like,
right.
I feel like Dante's probably going to do Hype Cave first. I feel like GGW is probably less likely to do that.
Okay, he skipped the big chest. Did I miss something?
I wasn't counting items.
I mean, he got a key out of it. There was a big key, and I didn't know what the other item was at the bottom. If it was a
nice cover there by Dante in lieu of setting up the bomb jump as GGW takes down Moldorm for his first crystal.
Okay, so I think there's two items left, maybe? There's one in the basement for sure.
I thought I saw a heart container in there, no?
Okay, so yeah. Chat's saying item in big chest and basement, so that's interesting.
Covering is actually a requirement to use the pug sprite.
I mean, GGW just lost the race right there by missing a chest. We'll see what happens. I'm sure Dante will check it here. So where do you start if you're with these runners in the Dark World?
I mean, I personally kind of like the I like the Hype Cave start because, you know, if Skullwoods turns out to be a crystal and Fire Rod is in Hype Cave, then you've just given yourself, you know, a little extra room for clean routing when you go to the village area.
All right,
but
so
we all know Skullwoods is always a pendant, right?
For sure. Bailout number 1, 10 arrows in the big chest. Now the question is, do you think Dante does the basement? Because there is an item down there.
Ooh, 5-6 in Skull and Mire. Our other 2 crystals are Thieves and Swamp, and Ice is the green pendant.
Yeah, pendants all on the right side. Interesting. Is Dante going downstairs?
I don't think so. I mean, you have Dark World access at this point. Though he might do Spiral Cave. GGW didn't do Spiral Cave, did he?
He did. He did.
Oh.
There's the mirror.
Okay, Hype Cave, definitely a good way to start out the Dark World.
Yeah. Really good at help out routing. We got a book. Still can't complete desert though. Oh no, we can. We got the one. Never mind. Yeah.
We've got a glove. We've got. Okay, Dante is doing the basement here. Interesting.
Nice little hype cave.
Must know that there's no way GGW would do the basement.
Yeah, there's no way GGW is doing the basement here. When you have Dark World access coming off of the mountain, yeah, I mean there's so much open.
Wow, Dante almost got knocked out of the coffee break. Didn't want to chance it.
All right, K45. A fire rod. Okay.
So I was saying, if you can find the fire rod this way before going to Crystal Skull Woods.
I mean, GGW's just been hitting the route through the entire playoffs.
I mean, he's been getting jet seeds the entire playoffs. That's the other crazy thing.
Yeah.
Like, his first race against Dante was 115 and change, and that was his longest race in the entire playoffs.
And there it is, just a heart piece. That's the time sinks that Dante's making are just not paying out early on. And I gotta tell you, when you're playing GGW, you can't lose all this time.
At least not if it's a jet seed.
I mean, so what do we need? We need flute, mitts,
bow.
We need flipper, bow,
Samaria.
Yeah. So decent amount.
But we do have 4 crystals available already.
Yeah, so you can do Thieves Town, Skull Woods. You can do the North Route if you want. We can do Deserts, an option as well. What's the other one that we could do?
Oh, we've already done Hera.
Yeah, yeah. I really hope Dante, for the sake of this race, starts at Hype Cave as well. Okay, it looks like he's going to do that. Once we find flippers, we can do Swamp. Once we find Bow, Eastern, and Pod, though, I how much of a pod do you want to do, right? All right. This Super Mario RPG MSU is just so good.
Yeah, it's too bad TR is a pendant because I do like the TR music.
Well, we still might need to go in there. I don't know.
That would be pretty awful.
All right, so there's the mirror for D&D. And take a look at VOO from GGW. $100. There's the mitts.
Wow, this seed.
I'll tell you something that GGW is not going to do, and that's the Smith chain.
Yeah, well, that was one of the things Dante wound up wasting time on last time.
Oh, Dante gonna check out Bombo's tablet with the hammer in the book. Can do that.
I wonder if he's just gonna flat out do desert.
Yeah. Do you actually need the hammer or just the book? I always forget.
You need the hammer to pull a tablet.
Okay.
You don't need the hammer to use a medallion as long as you're on a medallion square.
I see. So you could open up Misery Mire if you didn't have the hammer then, right? If you had the medallion and not the hammer?
Right.
Okay, right, so he's going to be missing out on that fire rod. That's a little rough. The Bombo's tablet not giving him anything. GGW already into Thieves Town.
I mean, maybe Dante pulls bow here in desert.
Yeah, maybe that leads him to pendant pod, right? I don't know.
I mean, there's the whole ABCD lesson, right? Always be clearing crystal dungeons.
Yeah. All right, so nothing really in the front of Thieves Town. Small key, all right. All right, this desert, it's going to have our big key for sure, and then we still have 2 items here. There's one of them, Dante Mears. Drossi, let me ask you this. As an admin, how has the league season gone for you? Would you say
it's had its ups and downs.
Has it been a successful season for you guys?
I mean, apart from the obvious snags we hit that everyone knows about, it's gone pretty well, I'd say. The playoffs have certainly been nice and smooth. Yeah,
a lot of game 5s in the open.
Once they got past the first couple of rounds.
Sure. I think that's our 3rd sword there at the top of Thieves Town. And Dante not finishing desert, he got both items. Knowing that he needs the flute for the seed, can come back and finish it later. There's no reason to do it now.
This is going to work out well for him, though, using this portal, because I assume this means he's going to work back over, unless he's going to pod with... No, okay. No, right, left. Does he make up his mind?
This tells me he's going right.
Nope, no? He's just fooling all of us. So he will get his fire rod, is the short
Wanted to go the long way, yeah. All right, so not much in Thieves Town so far. Big key chest, just a heart piece. All right, Dante gonna pick up his fire rod now. That's good for him. GGW almost through Thieves Town, and then I imagine we'll be heading straight up to Skull Woods. So what are we looking for? Ice is a pendant. I guess bow or flippers would probably be our next progressive item.
And GGW does have the mitts. It's not on his tracker, but he did pick it up in the village, right?
All right, interesting setup. Keeping the maiden on the right side of the screen there.
Very
far,
nice
really clean.
script with the hammer.
Yeah, really clean.
I mean, GGW has clearly taken the time to learn how to do the blind script with the hammer, and as I say that, he misses it and blind gets away from him.
Yep, that's all it takes. All right, down goes blind. All right, so the problem for Dante here is he's just behind, right? Like, he's done desert, but we know that there's nothing in there that really gave him an advantage. So GGW do that at some point. He's kind of just following GGW's footsteps here. We need him to do something different.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's made some extra checks. If any of those were to pay out, it would swing the race.
Right, but they haven't. That's the problem. All right, nothing in VO except for those mitts.
You know, we could get a ped check in conjunction with doing Skull Woods whenever that happens.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see GGW doing this one. I guess if you're going to do any part of the Smith chain, this is the fastest one. Though you can't dash through the pegs since we don't have a sword.
Yeah, definitely no item dash and swordless.
With the cape.
Oh, something clearly on bumper ledge. It's not like GGW's
Yeah.
ever won a race by checking bumper ledge.
Yeah, bumper ledge can go somewhere. All right, so is it gonna check it first? Probably. That kind of isolates Graveyard Ledge, though. Again, I don't know if GGW even cares if he isolates Graveyard Ledge.
King's Tomb.
Well, King's Tomb he can do if he does like a save and quit from.
True.
Oh, he's gonna do Graveyard Ledge now.
Huh.
This is interesting.
Putting off Skull Woods. I guess that way you can end your route at the back of Skull Woods.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so Dante going to make his way through Thieves Town. Nothing really here that I can remember. Our first shield.
GGW picking up the shield.
Hey, man. Gotta be able to deflect those Aga 2 blue balls somehow, right? King's Tomb. And now I imagine he heads up to Skull Woods.
So North Dark World was just a bust for all that, but Dante's probably gonna do it. Given how
do you think Dante does Smith Chain?
Oh yeah, he could do Smith Chain instead.
I mean, Dante's been very thorough.
Yeah, but I mean, one of his few opportunities for a time save here is if he doesn't do North Dark World.
Yeah, that's true. But they're not going to get Mirror Shield today because one of the shields is on the Lumberjack ledge, so at most we'll get that Fire Shield. All right, so since you've got the Fire Rod and the means to kill Moth, you definitely, and you're going to save and quit from here, you go front to back for sure. Hoping for maybe a key here. Big key works.
Yeah, now you can check that first item right off the bat. Of course, big key leads to small key.
Right, of course. So 2 items here. That's not one of them. That's the compass.
Front is absolute junk so far.
There's the map. Okay.
So again, Dante could, go straight. If he goes straight to the back of Skull Woods after this.
Yeah, it's possible. Art,
Okay.
Don't do that.
Yes, we need the front of Skull Woods.
Yeah. Do not just go to the back for sure.
Well, I think if you do the back first, you then come around and do the front because you won't have gotten both items.
Yeah, you can skip the next 2 checks though, because those have to be small keys. The last item being on Moth. Alright, so now you got some options. If you're GGW, where do you go next? You have no more clearable? I guess maybe desert?
Yeah, I was going to say Mire's not an option because we don't have the flute.
Maybe Dark Death Mountain. You have 6 checks up there. Can finish that off with Spike Cave. And you're hoping not. Oh man, GGW trying to save some hearts ends up losing, I think, 4 hearts in the process.
Yeah, he's not going to be very healthy on that Moth fight. Well, he does have the blue goo though.
Yeah, I think he might end up popping it. Anti getting through the blind fight there as well. Oh man, going, you know, happens so often is you go for a heart and you end up losing 2 hearts along the way.
Yeah, cue the Benny Hill music on GGW's side for that. Yes, I'd be very worried if he didn't have a potion, but he has a potion.
I think he's actually fine. Yeah, just 4 hammer hits.
Ridiculously clean. Like, the spikes were really well behaved, too. Sometimes you just can't help what the spikes do.
What item did Moth drop? I didn't even see. Nothing?
$50, I think.
Oh, okay. Nothing good. Really clean Moth fight there. Now, there's a possibility that Dante does back to front and then does Graveyard Ledge afterwards.
Yep. Which is going to be particularly painful because he doesn't have Samari to make the middle easy.
Yeah, let's take a look at what Ped has. It is just pocket change. No need for that today. And yeah, it looks like GGW is going to head up to the mountain. A lot of free checks here.
So GGW, as always, just seems to be hitting the route. This is ridiculous.
Oh, is he just going to do Spike Cave?
He's got the mirror. He can come around. He wants to do Ether Tablet, I think.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Still probably would have done the Dark World checks first.
Maybe he's going back into Hera. Who knows?
I'd be surprised. All right, so nothing. That book is basically worthless here, as all books are, right? Readings for fools. I'm just kidding, by the way.
That's true. The book has gotten us exactly nothing, and we've done all the checks we can do with it.
Bombos for TR, you think?
How about that?
and you know, Drosy, they can get all the way through it.
Yeah, they can do everything but Trinex.
Yeah.
How far independent TR do you go?
I think you gotta do Hookshot Cave and
oh, absolutely. That's 6 easy checks.
Both our runners putting up really nice hammer Moth fights. You play enough cross keys, you do that enough anyways. You get enough practice with that. Nothing in Super Bunny. All right, so we do not want to see a save and quit from Dante. You can check the ped and everything, that's fine, but you do not want to see him save and quit because definitely needs that cane of Samaria.
Yeah, well, he knows there is an item at the front.
All right, he's going back.
Oh,
there's the ice rod.
well, I guess Trinex is available.
Yep. The blue boomerang as well. I mean, it really does feel like it's giving you everything to do TR. You have to go in. Like, there's probably, you could just probably hit go mode here, right? We need flute,
Yeah,
we need flippers, we need bow.
Especially, we don't have any other crystals available. I mean, GGW has desert, but that's just 2 items.
Yeah. Okay, so is Dainty gonna do bumper ledge and stuff? He didn't pick up that cape.
Where was the cape?
Hammer pegs.
Oh, right.
All right, so we see a small key and a big key. All right.
That's what you like to see on that side.
Yeah, if you're doing go mode, I feel like if you're still looking for items, I'd rather just see the items here, because you're gonna do everything, right? You're gonna do lava chest, you're gonna do the big chest, you're gonna do mimic cave, so it doesn't really matter.
I mean, do you just full clear TR looking for an item at this point?
Yeah, you're here, you're committed. I think you have to. There's just too much.
And if you find something, do you then mirror out or do you finish it? Thinking that there might be 2 things in here.
I guess it all depends on if there's an item on Trinex or not. If there's not, then you just leave it, right?
I'm saying if we find something in lava chest, do you do the rest
of it? That one's tough. I get maybe flippers.
Or in Mimic Cave, for that matter.
Yeah. If you're at Mimic Cave, then you're basically almost to Laser Bridge, so I feel like you gotta at least
you realize, if we weren't looking for items, this is the God TR.
Yeah. Of course.
We got 3 small keys in the front and the big key.
Alright, so Dante being very, very thorough. And doing all these checks. Not going to continue past this one because he didn't save the portal, so I imagine we'll see him up on the mountain here as well. I mean, your other options are ice or dungeons you can't complete. And ice isn't even logic without the flippers, so. 10 arrows.
I was thinking, since Dante isn't getting the cape for the time being, the cape is a lot less useful in swordless because you need the hammer most of the time and you can't cape and hammer at the same time.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, chat asking, looks like a tracker mismark there. Skull, not swamp that Dante's done. We can't have done swamp, we don't have flippers yet.
Right. Is there any way that Dante skips TR? No, right?
I can't imagine, just, again, given the relatively small amount of choices here. What do you do otherwise? Dip Eastern without the bow? Dip Pod without the bow?
Yeah, yeah. Alright, there's a heart container.
To answer a question about Dante and Desert, since he knows he's gonna have to get the flute because Myers a crystal, he didn't need to particularly finish Desert after he got 2 items.
Remember when you said you were sad that we weren't going to hear the TR music?
Okay, we'll get our nice jig on here.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a hoedown.
There's the flips. And at this point, you continue. You're at Laser Bridge, right?
Yeah.
So there's still compass. You're kind of hoping no compass on the bridge. You'd like to see the compass on Trinex so you don't have to make the decision of killing him or not. That was not.
Oh, GGW might be out. Okay. It
Oh,
was
it's
his
just
last
enough.
bit of magic he was able
Yeah.
to. I was
Trying
gonna
to
say,
save time.
otherwise you burn.
If
You
possible.
have to burn the blue potion there.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
He was really excited to get to the middle and hit that switch.
All right, into TR for Dante. And again, we're kind of just on this linear path here. And GGW's ahead the entirety of TR, so.
And here the cape is actually a bit useful.
All right, there's our key that we need. Don't want to see a compass.
50-50 now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
Thinks about it. He's going for
Oh, he's going for it. Yeah, I mean, you're so in, right? Like, you got the ice rod and everything.
Right, we already know from the ped check, we don't need Trinex's pendant from anything. It's not a green pendant. Which means you can also mirror as soon as Trinex explodes and the item drops.
Right, you don't even have to pick the item up for sure. Or the pendant.
So maybe Dante feels behind and mirrors out after getting the flippers. That would be a play.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how far behind Dante would actually feels. Like, I mean, he's been thorough, but he's on the path, right? GGW's got to be careful. Well, he's not getting the item.
You were
now.
saying about careful.
He's definitely leaving here. So. Is Gamachu in chat?
Yeah, I saw him in there.
Okay, just checking. See how he's holding up here mentally.
Chat wants the bow on Trinex.
I mean, that's game over. There is a possibility.
Loot on Trinex would also be game over.
Yeah, anything on Trinex that's progression is game over. There is a possibility that Dante skips it, but I don't know.
Yeah,
Dante's
you
been
just
so
get
thorough,
too curious by the game giving you the ice rod right when it did.
Right. What's funny is, like, you know, hammer Trinex is pretty common even outside of swordless, right? Like,
yeah,
if you've got Master Sword, which is very common when you're fighting Trinex, you're just using hammer instead.
Or even the occasional fighter sword Trinex, which is even
worse. Right. So that's just nerves getting to GGW at this point.
I mean, I'd say nerves are getting to both of these runners. Dante's definitely shown a bit of shakiness in a couple spots as well.
Yep. So we also have the option of a medallion being necessary for Meyer. So that, you know, those are bow, medallion, flute on Trinex would end this race for the OKDUDES.
But that's all we need, a bow and a flute and potentially a different medallion for Meyer.
Yep. Okay, so the first check was an item. I'm wondering the left side swamp situation, right?
It's GGW. I can't imagine he's doing left side.
Yeah. There's the flipper pickup for D&T.
Andy also really doesn't have much in the safety department, and he's not getting any safeties. Jeez.
Yeah. right, there's a map, so we do have an item on the left side.
I can't believe Dante didn't go for the safeties in there.
Yeah. We might see a try next from Dante. Okay, he's taking the safety door. Okay.
He might actually take an intentional death for the health refill then.
Heart. There's a full heart. Nice laser skips here from Dante. He's going for it.
Wow.
Okay, 2 items left side. There's the compass. I feel like you got to go back, right? Because then because after this, you're just going pendants.
I mean, I would.
Unfavorable crystals.
Phew, that was really touch and go for Dante.
Yeah, that pokey was really close. He really wanted to hug Dante there. All right, try next. 1, 2, 3. There's the 1, 2. All right, going to the fire rod now.
Simultaneous boss fights, no less.
Yeah.
Now, annoyingly, you can't switch your Y item while a head's exploding.
Oh no, I'm sweating here. And he's got. The problem is he's got to be careful because he's got to preserve his magic. He can't take a hit. He's got one more shot. Oh my gosh, that was so close.
Wow. Jeez. And he still needs to get 5 hammer hits on the body here.
Yeah, that's the easy part. Let's just say that compared to what he was
Relatively
going through there.
speaking.
Yeah. Oh, do not want to clink. Oh, missed. No. All right, guys, she got it. She got it.
There we go.
Nice. Easy
Moment of truth
peasy.
here.
Yeah, what do we got? A heart container. Oh boy.
Wow.
Clutch though, very clutch. Meanwhile, we've got an Argus fight finishing up here on GGW side. Gets $300. Is he going back in? I think you got to go back in, right? Otherwise, you're choosing.
Yeah, I wonder if Dante might actually do left side right off the bat because he's multiple items from go mode and you have the diver down advantage if you go straight there.
He's leaving.
Wow.
He's leaving.
But what does he have?
What? I mean, you get Ice Palace, right?
Yeah, I guess Ice and Logic and Smith Chain.
He's gonna do desert here. This makes sense. Is it a crystal
Oh,
dungeon?
chat's pointing out Dante never actually did do a Gina. He was in such a hurry to nope out of desert.
Okay.
So that's interesting.
Okay, I think he clears desert here. I think he just finishes it while he's here.
So you think he does the boss even after getting 2 items?
Yeah, I think so. And then he could do a Gina, right?
Yeah, it puts you in a better position for doing that.
Dante also didn't have the boots when he was in desert, if I recall.
I can't remember actually.
Oh, he did. Right, he did. Never mind.
Right, because the book was in Hype
The book
Cave,
was
so it was
Hype Cave,
already in
yeah.
Dark World.
Yeah, never mind.
No, definitely nerve-wracking. One thing about this series, though, we are going to have a repeat league champion, no matter who wins, because either Dante or Hitsu gets
oh, right.
another round of swag.
All right, so he's walking out. This is probably to kill lane Mo. Maybe just to check Agina, I'm not sure.
You wouldn't go out this side if you're just checking Agina.
So we're looking for a bow, we're looking for flippers. It's gonna be Ice Palace, right? TR gives you the flippers, not for swamp, but to, I mean, technically for swamp because you need it, but for Ice Palace to get the flute or something.
So, basically, when these boss fights are over, GGW will only be up by a back of desert. That one crystal.
Yeah, he also did the water checks.
Well, just the waterfall.
Did Dante do ether tablet?
No, I don't think so.
So I think, yeah, it's.
Well, and then there are, you know, all the checks that Dante's done that GGW has.
Right. We got the Smith chain. Smith chain's a possibility, right?
At this point, it's for GGW. It's literally just the 2 items from Smith and Purple Chest. Nice hammer strats from GGW as he's out of magic.
Nicely done. Picks up his map. Gonna get his crystal here. Crystal number 5 just needs to finish Eastern and Meyer.
Unfortunately, with Dante out of magic, Dante, you're out of magic.
He went for it, though.
It's going to be a slightly longer phase 2. You need 4 hammer hits here.
Let me ask chat this. Do you like pendant pod over pendant ice? If you're either one of these runners. Drosy will ask you the same thing. Which one do you like more?
Pendant ice just because you can clear it.
A lot. We got, let's see, we got ice palace, pod.
Dante also ignoring left side swamp.
IP.
Interesting. Yeah, he's going straight for ice.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Unless he's planning to do well, he'll probably do the flipper checks after ice.
Yeah. I think we're going to see a little bit of a meetup here. Got a couple of pods, but it looks like almost everyone is agreeing on the ice play here.
Also, we never did see the mushroom turn in.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's never anything.
But, you know, depending what other off checks they each do that the other's already done, things could change. But right now, I mean, GGW really is just up the back of desert. Right.
I don't think, I mean, we're going to find progression here, right? I'm pretty sure we're going to find progression here.
Nice early key also helps with the routing.
Oh, for sure. Now, this one is the green pendant, so you're probably going to want to kill Cold Stare unless, if you get bow or flute, you immediately leave, right?
I'm a little surprised Dante is actually hitting the switch here, though.
Yeah, I don't agree with hitting the switch when you're full clearing.
Yeah, and like GGW is now doing that. Yeah, there's a very off chance that you get 3 items quickly and the big key is deep and you want to be Cold Stare for the green pendant, but pretty low chance. Chat reminding us, of course, there's also Pyramid Ledge and Catfish that neither runners had occasion to do.
Yeah. First item is 20 rupees, I believe.
Yep.
There's our big key.
Different routing, okay.
There's the bow.
And GGW continues.
Yeah, it's gonna. I mean, it's one more check right here, right? I'd leave. Just leave.
He wants the third item. But he's going straight for Cold Stare to get it.
Wow, the third item is an iced tea. That's the shovel.
Oh, interesting. So if you're Dante, then do you go
Vanilla?
to Cold Stare for the green pendant, or
We're gonna get a vanilla flute.
that could be interesting. I mean, Dante's had a lot of outs that GGW's given him. They just haven't come to anything.
I'm surprised GGW's continuing on here.
Dante taking a moment to count items, realize he has all three.
Yeah, Chad asking about silvers. In this mode, the bow comes preloaded with the silvers. Oh, Dante, he's gone.
Interesting.
So
I mean,
red's
he had
opposite.
bombos. It wasn't a magic issue, so we'll see if green pendant has anything, or if shovel has anything, because either of these runners could put the game away if green pendant or shovel lead to anything.
Yeah.
But with that bow, you gotta do Eastern.
Okay. there's the green pendant. I just sometimes it's like I cannot predict who does what. I really thought we would have flipped it.
Dante's gonna open pod just to open pod here.
I mean, that's gotta have our flute, right?
Yeah, but you gotta do Eastern first. I mean, you open pod and mirror and then see what Eastern has before you do anything else.
GGW is doing Zora checks. Wow, it's like it really feels like the two runners switched controllers about an hour in, or 45 minutes in.
Yeah, suddenly Dante's making all the skips.
Yeah,
What
and now
happened?
GGW is these one-off. It's super weird.
He's also really orphaning Catfish by doing the Zora check this way.
I just don't know why he killed Cold Stare. I didn't understand at all.
Well, I mean, he will go by Saha because he's gonna do Eastern at some point.
I know, but why not? If you're going that, why not do iced tea as well? I don't know. It just seems really weird.
Okay, nothing in Zora area.
I mean, green pendant and as our flute. It's GGW's race. If the flute is vanilla, it's Dante's race. If the flute is just in Eastern here, then it's going to be really close. Because, Dante's made up some time. Now check the green pendant first.
Yeah, flutes on Saha or flutes vanilla, then that's game. Oh, Dante finally has a potion.
That's good.
He's been kind of low on safeties this game. But we're gonna
All right,
get
so
the moment of truth.
He's gonna check the green pendant here. He's gonna mirror and turn to the green pendant.
You have to. Yeah, there's the mirror.
I didn't think he was going to pod though. I guess if it's not Eastern, then you just immediately go into pod. A bug net.
Well, that'll
All
make
right.
Aga 2 easier, right?
Yeah,
As we discussed. Shout outs to Gamachu.
Is
Was that
okay,
three
it's
items
50.
or?
it looks like no, there's a 50-50 and
Okay, well, Dante knows that GGW takes the 50-50 this way, and just for
Yeah.
that he won't, but normally he takes this 50-50, so Dante can feel pretty safe
Maybe just go pod first. Be a giant Papega and just go right in the pod. All right, if it's on Armos Knights, we have a really close race. If it's not and we're still searching,
I guess you search.
For sure.
I guess you search pod next. You're here. It's got a lot of items. Okay, well,
won the 50-50. Yeah. Watch GGW not take it this time.
Oh, and there's a prediction in chat about whether Meyer is also going to be Bombos or whether we're going to need to go on a medallion hunt.
Where do you think the flute is? Is it here?
I don't know. I'm kind of thinking vanilla flute after you said it. I know that's horrible.
Yeah, it's really
Maybe it's really bad for
GGW. Mushroom would be really funny. Nice hover.
Oh, he almost had it.
Yeah.
That's basically the hardest hover in the game that you would normally see.
Seriously, did someone did they agree to flip controllers at like the 55-minute mark? Because here GGW is doing the 50-50.
Never seen GGW take this 50-50.
I just once he picked up the bow and then just continued on, it just didn't feel the same anymore.
That said, since the vanilla big key chest was compass, we were gonna wind up there anyway, and now we know that there are 2 small keys on the right side.
All right, so we have 0 keys in hand. I wasn't paying full attention to the front.
Yeah, it was a hard container and a compass were the 2 items in the front. These are 2 small keys.
2 smalls, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of really bad spots for the flute to be in. Smith chain, catfish, mushroom. There's a lot that we haven't seen. Spike cave.
I really wish I understood how that trick works where you lay a Samaria block over the edge and can then run through
dash it. It's just magic.
Tiles.
Hyrulean magic. Alright, there's Eastern done for GGW with his 6 crystal. And pod is empty.
I mean, we've only gotten 1 item so far. Oh no, we got 1 here in the turtle room. Oh no, that was a... Okay, no, so wait a minute.
Everything else is items, right? Yeah, 3 items. And the item on the boss.
I think so.
Yeah, because there was a compass in the front, right?
Right, we've seen map and compass, and we know there are no keys in here.
So, all items. $20. We have the flute.
There's the flute.
Potential go mode.
You gotta activate it and see if you're in go mode.
So, it's like that faux all dungeons, right? Where you have to do Turtle Rock to get the flippers, Ice Palace to get the bow, and Pod to get the flute. Alright. Jossie.
Yeah,
Bombos?
well, I can see Dante's
Bombos?
Dante's teammate Error is sweating in chat there because what if Meyer Medallion was sitting in the big chest? But honestly, given the lack of medallions, I think it is just going to be Bombos, and this is go mode.
I mean, we have a race because, you know, Dante still has to do the back of desert, which has a cutscene. It's not long, but it's also not free. So,
or else the key is under the doormat, as it has a habit of being.
Let's take a look. He's got Bombos out. It is Quake.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So much for go mode.
That just means keep checking.
Well, there went my points.
It's gonna be right here. Nope. Oh boy. We've got a lot to go here. Unless it's right here, it is not.
Nope. I mean, if GGW checks the big chest, and Quake is in the big chest, but really, what are the odds of that?
No.
Seeing a lot
Dig
of
spot coming up. Dig spot is coming
reminding
up.
us there's always left side swamp.
Left side swamp. We got the mushroom turn in. There's still a bunch of.
Yeah, mushroom turn is now a lot easier with the flute. Catfish. Pyramid ledge. We still haven't seen friggin' pyramid ledge.
Not the dig spot. Where's Dante going? Is he?
Is this left side
swamp? This could be pyramid catfish. I mean, there is another item on Helma still as well.
Yeah.
I imagine both of our runners are gonna.
GGW thinks about leaving.
Yeah, he almost did.
Gonna open this chest.
20 bucks.
Nothing.
Sigh of relief from the pugs.
Yeah, so what have we not seen? Left side swamp, obviously. Helma King.
Yeah.
Smith and purple chest.
This is going to be, Dante's going to be able to do all the water checks as well with catfish, so that's nice. It's not the ledge. Smith, it's going to be Smith chain, right?
Probably. What is GGW going to do when he finds out that it's Quake and he doesn't have it?
I have no idea.
This is also the nice swaggy way to do the mushroom turn-in because you can mirror bonk. Or you skip the mushroom just like Dante's teammate did. Oh no, he
he's going back. He's going back. Flashbacks. Flashbacks. Oh, and look at GGW's doing it right now.
Wow. Oh, and
it's
that
Quake! Holy
mushroom
smokes!
that we have had since forever.
Oh, wow.
So
all
that
right.
gives GGW an edge by the back of desert.
Yeah. Yep.
How that mushroom was in blindside, so that was a sphere 2 Quake.
Wow. Here we go. I mean, GGW's ahead, but we still have, you know, GT routing, we still have execution, we still have the AGA 2 fight, which, you know, GGW does have the bug net for. Though Dante's done so much swordless, I'm not expecting him to miss the beat when it comes to Hammer AGA.
Honestly, if you can do Hammer AGA, it's faster just because the hammer is faster to swing.
The bug net is clean. It makes it so much easier. I know GGW's happy to see that.
This is crazy. Both of them having a bit of a struggle here in Mire 2.
Yeah, you get so used to doing it the NMG way that it's like, once you have to do it this way, it's everything that you know just kind of goes out the window and you start freaking out a little bit. Fortunately, they have silvers because of the bow. There's he's there.
Full coin collection.
Yeah.
It is not a God Mire.
I kind of just want the key to be vanilla so that we have less variance. Like, I just want to see some, because Dante's execution is super clean. I want to see an execution race.
Yeah, then it's just who has less nerves.
Right. Like, obviously we've seen GGW have a bit of a problem there with the Trinex step and everything, but
vanilla compass, so we're going to the lobby. GGW is not even checking the compass chest and going straight to the lobby. And that is the big key. Wow.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Room for room here.
This is crazy. Of course, GGW is going to be the first one up the mountain because after this, Dante has to mirror and do land.
Right, right. I mean, sometimes it just feels like you're destined to win these things, right? And the way GGW's ran in these playoffs, it's just gone his way.
Even though this will be by far his longest race, these playoffs. I mean, literally, as of now, this is GGW's longest race this playoffs.
Wow.
And in fact, since like, I don't even know when. He's had so many jet seeds.
Yeah, I want a re-roll of those seeds that he had to face Gamma with. I mean, both of them had pendant.
Oh,
Mire and TR.
Yeah, he got spooky. GGW did not.
Yeah, it's cost him about 10-15 seconds, maybe. All right. Here we go. There's crystal number 6 for Dante. GGW is about to pick up crystal number 7. We're going to play a big key guessing game, but of course with me on comms, we're not doing numbers. At least I'm not doing numbers. So I'd like to see locations, specific locations as to where the GT big key is going to be.
Well,
if you don't know the locations, go ahead.
You know my favorite is bottom left rando room.
Okay. I'm going to give a rundown of the locations in case you don't know real quick. So when you go in, if you head to the right, you have 2 checks at Hope Room. You continue, you got Tile Room. You continue on, you've got 4 checks in Compass Room. And I'm going to see specific checks. Top left of Compass Room. If you go left, you got the Torch. Then you've got 4 checks in Stealthus Room. You've got the Map Chest. You've got the Fire Snake Room. You got Rando Room with 4 checks. After that, you have Bob's Chest. And then the 3 vanilla locations. So get your guesses in chat. If someone gets the exact location of where the big key is, I'll throw them a gift sub. But this is definitely GGW's race to lose here. Can GT routing and execution save the Pugs and Dante today? So you say, I'm sorry, which room did you say?
Oh, I always go bottom left rando room, just on principle.
Bottom left rando room. I'll go top left rando room.
Oh, okay. Here, I thought you were going for compass room. So about a minute difference between these runners, I would say. Maybe slightly more. But that's well within GT routing.
Oh, for sure. This race is not over.
Also, GGW's tight on arrows, as chat's pointing out. Could make things interesting because he's gonna need to kill the gorillas on the climb.
Okay, this come down to, oh no, Dante getting bullied. Oh, stupid dead rocks, the worst.
And
all right,
of course,
here we go.
You know, when it's this close, like every little decision makes a difference, whether it's Dante doing Hera Basement or GGW doing Eastern Big Key Chest.
All right, Hope Room right. No. Hope Room left. Yes. Oh my goodness. Is Dante going to go left? Does he usually DM route?
He does.
All right, chat. Who said Hope Room left first? Let me know. Oh man. Here we go. It's a climb.
Lackeys said Hope Room left. I'm just scrolling through stuff.
Who did?
Lackeys.
All right. Mimics is finished. Dante heading in. Dante's going left. Is there anything in Hope or in Stealth's room that can help him?
Powder?
Powder? Yeah. I mean, GW does have some potions here. Oh,
I mean, the extra keys will save him having to beat Mini Helmas in the Mini Helma room.
He is using a potion now. All right, there's the big key for Dante. Up he goes. 56 is when he picks up the big key.
Right, and as we've discussed before, like, ooh, misses two shots on land mode.
Oh man, that's the last arrow too. He needs to make sure he picks up those arrows.
Yeah. Well, we were saying on his way in that could make a difference.
I mean, that's a burning through 3 cycle. Oh no, that's a wow. All right, make sure you pick up the magic. Pick up the
okay, there are 5 arrows, so as long as he doesn't use any arrows and isn't missing silver shots on Ganon, he should be fine.
All right, the gauntlet for Dante into Wizrobes 2 for GGW. Whoever won the big key, guys can post in chat so I can get you your gift sub.
As best I could see, it was Lackeys. That was as far as Twitch chat would let me scroll back.
Cool. Yeah, GGW getting bullied a little bit. Doesn't play a lot of swordless. I think. To
answer something in chat, Dante has voluntarily switched from silvers to wooden because they fire faster. He can switch back to silvers anytime.
Someone that's done a lot of swordless and a lot of cross keys too.
Dante doing cross keys?
Well, he used to back in the day.
GGW does a fair amount of cross keys.
Oh, Dante missing as well. Did he make it up though? Oh, he's out of arrows as well.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So he's going to get a 3 cycle as well. Not helping him make up any time.
Wow. I'm surprised, to be honest. All right, Moldorm 2. All right, moment of truth. This is where it gets tough. How practiced are you with your AGA patterns and the bug net here? Man, bug net honestly coming in really nice here. And
yeah, wow, that was fast.
Really nice. Yeah, really nicely done.
So Dante does get to skip the mini Helmas there, but he is several rooms behind.
All right. I mean, it's not over. He still has to do Hammer Ganon. So let's get it on. Dante coming up on Moldorm 2. Might just hover this, and that's what he's going to do. Yeah.
Saves time if you get it first try.
Which he does. Clean hover.
Now we see how each runner's Hammer Ganon is.
All right, here we go. 12 hits with the hammer, just like the Tempered Sword. You treat it. I mean, it does Tempered Sword damage, so that's what it's going to do here. Nice spot. Can he get to 12? Can he get to phase 2? Doesn't. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. That would have been a great spot for phase 2.
Dante only gets a single there. That's set up. Ooh, nice double
look at
with
those,
the hammer.
Yeah, those hammer hits are coming in really nice. You can tell Dante's done this.
Was that a, no, that wasn't a triple.
Okay.
Because if it were, then Aga would have gone down.
Yeah, looked really clean though. All right, are we on? Still on to phase 2?
Yeah, what is this? A 3 cycle? Very nice execution there with the hook shot to avoid taking damage and being right back in there on the hammer.
Good. Watch out. All right, on to phase 3. That's the tough spot.
Getting out of the way right before the tiles collapse.
Yeah, that would be bad.
That would have been bad.
All right. How many warps? Dante into Ganon now. All right, just one more from GGW. All right, there it is. Now 4 silver arrows. He's got 12. I mean, I don't even know if you really care about Torch Glitch at this point.
I was going to say, like, in Swordless, you still want it because you never know, but... And he didn't even try for a double there.
Yeah, Dante's already through phase 2. There's a single. I mean, this is a really slow phase 4 from GGW.
Yeah.
Dante's halfway through phase 3. Can he get a double here? He can. There it is. Get your GGs in chat for OKDUDES and Ganon's Gone Wild as they are going to win this race and be crowned league champions. And yeah, GGW finishing with a time of 1:27.23. Your league champion, Ganon's Gone Wild, and the OKDUDES taking down the monster team that is the Bugs. And just shortly after that, Dante finishing up as well. Get your GGs in chat for Dante as well. And the Pugs. What a race.
Wow, those last 2 games decided, as Dante crosses at 1:27.53, those last 2 games decided by a total combined of 1:12. Wow. Which could have just as easily made the Pugs champions. But
we are joined by our league champion. How's it feel, man? GGW.
Thanks.
You're a champion, dude. You finally did something.
Yeah, actually, not even kidding. Like, this is
Yeah.
by far the best tournament performance I've ever had. Didn't get knocked out in the first round. Didn't last locate a Gina cave. It's pretty cool.
And you had to go through a murderer's row of runners, having to beat both GGW and Dante twice. That's
yeah, I think
impressive.
by boxing rules, that makes me the 2021 main tournament champion.
Right, yeah, he takes the crown. We also joined by Dante. GG's, dude.
Yeah, GG, man.
Dante, you there?
He's lost for words. I understand.
Oh, my bad. I had the mute button pressed. GG.
All right, well, let's start with GGW. Long season, lots of different modes. You have Hitsu and Telethar. You come together, you form the OKDUDES, and you take it all down. How you feeling? How you feeling about the race? What'd you think about the seed?
So yeah, it was a long season. Anytime you go deep in a tournament, it just is very, very long, and it starts to kind of wear you down because these games are really stressful towards the end, and everyone's really good, so it's just super stressful. But yeah, my teammates, Hitsu basically undefeated this season. He lost the race where he was sick, so he couldn't play it. Telethar stepped up big time as well. A lot of wins, really good record. The guys. Most people probably didn't know who he was a year ago. He's just like super smart, really knowledgeable about the game. So yeah, really good teammates that I had this year. So wouldn't be here without them either. So yeah, the seed. I think every pendant dungeon had an item, and
Yep.
so that was interesting. I don't know. I was making a couple mistakes here and there because. Again, I'm just super stressed out and kind of nervous. So,
yeah,
the nerves on both of you.
Yeah, nerves showed with like the Trinex fight. And then, did you realize you skipped the big chest in Heron?
After I didn't get a small key, and I looked at my the key counter, and I'm like, something doesn't add up here. And then I realized what had happened. I was so sure that I was going to get like a Hera basement big key, and there's going to be an item. I'm just like. Thinking about all the ways the seed can screw me, and then I just wasn't paying attention. So that was.
And then after
fun.
after the bow, you continued on, but you played the 50-50 there.
Yeah.
What was kind of the thinking behind that? And then you didn't play the 50-50 in Eastern, which surprised both me and Drosy.
Yeah. So with ice, I'm just like, if I get 2 items, like I know I guarantee 1 item on the green pen. If I get 2 items for the price of 1, that's great. And then it's green pen turns on the way to pod, which is where I'm going next. So it's not really that bad to do, I guess. And it is pretty late logically in the sphere logic or whatever. So, I felt like I had to probably do it there. And then in Eastern, at that point, I really only had pod Eastern left as checks that I felt really that I had a good shot of winning if it was there. So I just was like, I'm just gonna 100%. I skipped this a bunch of times this season, and how dumb will I feel if I die or if I lose to this? So I don't know. Given how close the race was, I probably should have skipped it.
Yeah, and then also you left and did like the Zora checks, which just surprised me. The big one though that kept you in the race was that mushroom turn in. Was that to go get potions, or was that like?
Yeah, I thought I used a potion somewhere, and so I'm like, let's just go get a potion before I have to go like do all these dungeons. And then I was like, oh, I might as well just turn the mushroom just in case. So
yeah, it ended up working out for you. And then with Dante,
you almost ran right by it, and then remembered what happened to your teammate.
Yeah, I mean, Dante, you don't need any validation. You're a tournament champion, a league champion. You've been here, done this a million times. So I'd like to hear some of your thoughts about the race. But the mushroom turn in, we see you, again, as Jossie said, walk right past it, very similarly to your teammate in the last race. What was kind of going in your mind then?
Well, first of all, we give credit to the OKDUDES. Heck of a team. The word choked is overused in sports. And we lost ball games. So, we lost the finals. We ran into a team at this time that was obviously better than us. So we give them credit, and we don't take anything away from that at this point.
Well, thanks, man. GG, dude. You guys are honestly an extremely scary team. So it means a lot to be able to beat you guys.
Yeah, GG. And, you know, no matter like whatever, no matter what, you're always never ready for your season to end, you know, whether it ends in the regular season or in the first round. So, you know, it's always a shock, you know, especially in the playoffs when it comes to an end. You can never really, you know, predict it. But obviously at this point, if you don't win the championship, no matter what, if it's in game 4 or game 5, you're going to be highly disappointed. So obviously in the midst of losing, you know, we feel it. We'll probably feel it more tomorrow. I think the more we think about it and how close an opportunity we had, it'll burn inside of us as competitors. And at the end of the day, it'll drive us to get back in this position again. So we understand our goal was to win the championship. We weren't able to accomplish that in year 1, but this ain't the end of the Pugs. And we'll use this motivation and come back and try and do it again.
So let me ask you a couple of questions about the seed overall, Dante. You played very thoroughly. Did you plan on altering your play style at all when you were racing GGW, or are you just I'm gonna play it how I play it?
Thanks for putting up with that. No, I altered the way I play in game 1. And you know, GGW just seems to be line progression, you know, and he's good at the game, so it's like a deadly duo. So like, you know, I just told myself, just play this straight up like you'd play it if you were just doing this like on stream casually, and you know, just see what happens. So I did feel kind of bad about the boots. I thought about going into there before Eastern, but I was really low on bombs. You know, because those were available. I'm not sure what our difference was there, and I was very. I think I was a little too thorough. Obviously, I really debated just kind of laying it on the line when I got flippers and TR and just say, you know, get out of there. And then doing the whole fight, I was like, okay, well, if we're committed to this, I need something here potentially to make it not like a time sink. So ended up being a time sink. And then you know, I had some indecisiveness there in ice when I got that last item, and I was like, it's another item. You're going there now anyway. You know, it was just, I had like a little bit of indecisiveness, and honestly, like I was kind of kicking myself when I got Quake, because when I got the flute, I was like, go to Meyer, and if it's not there, first thing you need to do is turn in the mushroom, and then go ahead and get another safety just in case. And then I spaced out and was like, well, you did get that shovel in ice, so we could just loop everything together. And then in my head, I was like, I've done mushroom. And thanks, little green square on the tracker, because I was like, oh my God, I'm an idiot. I thought about doing it. I didn't actually do it. And I was like, if this is here, like, that's going to just be kind of funny as far as the series goes. It was. Yeah. So I was like, all right, well, I looked at race time at that point. I was like, well, he didn't God route this, so he's not done. And, you know, just kind of played things out. At that point, and I was a little bummed the key was where it was. I was bummed about getting dead rocked on the mountain, you know, especially seeing the time difference, just like all those tiny things you kind of think about is like, you know, when you get at this level, you can probably tack on like, here's a second, there's a, you know, 2 or 3 seconds. So, you know, that's just the way she goes. So I'm obviously disappointed, but at the same time, you know, like, you know, it's been a great ride. You know, the way we were playing at some points, especially me, I didn't really think we'd get here. So to the finals. So yeah, you know, just happy we had as good of a ride as we did.
Yeah, I mean, in the midst of defeat, it's hard to look back and say it was successful. Both teams made it to the finals, and it's not easy to do. You know, it's hard to make it here and to play as well as you guys did. And these are super stressful races. We saw nerves on both ends. You know, like Landmo 2.
Really good races too in the whole series leading up here.
Sure, for sure. But like things like Landmo 2, where, you know, most of the time, like 99% of the time, you two hit Landmo 2, you know, one cycle, no problem. And you guys both had struggles, right? Like, nerves happen. Nerves are real. And as silly as this game is, there's a lot in the line. So take solace in the fact that you guys are both really excellent runners and both excellent teams. And yeah, nothing to be ashamed of here.
Yeah, GG's again. Congrats to my teammates.
Yeah, now you can join me in retirement.
I'm not saying I'm going to retire, but I probably am going to take a little break.
Yeah, the tournament's a long tournament. So,
and of course, speaking of your teammates, we should shout them out. Like Telethar, relatively new to the scene, really good cross keys player, first time in league. You guys just kind of picked him up this season, even. And here he is as a champion.
Yeah, so I told Hitsu and Zero Rush I didn't want to play this season, and then Hitsu went and recruited Telethar, and then he's like begged me to come play. He's like, everyone else has a team, so that's what happened.
And meanwhile, Hitsu has now won 3 out of 5 league seasons.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, time to ban that dude.
Yeah, can you please nerf Hitsu?
And then of course Pugs, right? Everyone has heard of the Pugs.
I haven't actually. Who are these guys?
Sure. Yeah.
Newer runners.
New to the tournament.
I think washed up gamers.
Cover.
All right. Do you guys, league admins, want to say anything, or are we good to go? What do we want to do?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we should, give the whole league thank yous and everything. On behalf of myself and Dante, and also Relkin and Amarith, congratulations to the OKDUDES. Thanks, of course, to everyone who helped out in League this season. Whether you played, whether you were comm, tracker, restreamer, our mod crew, who's been great, our bot overlords, T Sigma and Synac, without whom the League could not exist in its current form. I'll just say that much. And my co-comm Fear Agent, without whom the League would not exist, period.
You're welcome, everyone.
Dante, am I missing anything here that I should be talking about?
As far as the admin side, I think you're good to go. I would like to bless that we got GGW to play Swordless this season. It worked out really great. But no, yeah, thanks to all the volunteers. It was, it's been a blast. We still got races. Like, if you're still here hanging out and you're thinking it's over, keep your eyes peeled. Like Drosy pinged about it. There's 2 races tomorrow that could come to an end. It may go to a game 4 for the Open League. So there's going to be some exciting matches there to be right here on this channel. So don't forget to be here for that. But yeah, thanks Fear, thanks admin team, thanks mod team. You guys are great. And thanks to the players. Obviously, the players, we can't do it without them. So really do appreciate it.
And also, just to put in a plug, the main tournament is going to be coming up in a couple months. They don't have a date, but it will be starting at some point this spring. So keep your eyes peeled for an announcement on that.
Are you guys announcing League Season 6 here, too?
It'll happen eventually.
All right, I think that's it. GG's again to all the runners. Congratulations to the OKDUDES. Congratulations to the Pugs as well. Second place is nothing to be ashamed about. And Jossie, thanks for letting me do this.
Yeah, thanks for suggesting that we do this together. Good way to close out the invitational season here.
Yeah.
So what's up?
Yeah.
Our tracker.
Yep, for sure.
Completely remiss without mentioning him.
Yep. Big shouts to trackers in general. All right, so that's going to do it for the Invitational League. Open League still needs a current champion, and they got 4 new teams coming into the Invitational for Season 6. Pretty exciting.
Yep. And yeah, so I guess the next thing is just tune in tomorrow right here on SpeedGaming at 2:10 p.m. Eastern for the next 2 games in the Open League Finals.
That's going to do it. Bye, everyone.